Many dealerships have seen a tremendous value in developing a sales department, business development center. Without question, they improve the sales of new and used vehicles on a consistent basis, providing the sales department with solid leads. Far fewer dealerships, however, have developed the service department BDC. Some have made attempts to add additional tasks to the sales department BDC personnel and include service contacts on some items. Let's look at the case for your dealership developing a service department BDC. The standard dealership service department model of the past has advisors performing everything that involves the customer. In this model, customer care suffers dramatically as the advisors are pulled away from them to answer the telephones, set appointments, update vehicle status, cashier, and the list goes on and on. Service department advisors might be expected to process 400 repair orders a month, and the dealership wonders why their customer satisfaction index is below industry standards. Progressive dealerships today understand the importance of providing an incredible customer experience in dealing with the service department. They understand future sales are largely based on the experiences they have in the service department. This is a tough task when you realize none of these customers want to be there in the first place. Something broke or requires maintenance, and it's an interruption to whatever they would rather be doing that day. When you start adding the irritations of the service department, not answering the phone or being put on hold and sent to voicemail and many not even getting a call back, they give up and call your competitor. Nothing more frustrating to your customers to have that kind of phone contact. Customer retention demands that their experience illustrates professionalism in every phase of the dealership experience they're provided. After all, wouldn't a dealership want to build revenue in the fixed ops department that has gross profit margins greater than 50%? The fact is, dealerships in the past have done very little advertising or promotion for fixed ops, yet they desire that fixed ops absorb 100% of the costs. Let's evaluate some opportunities that could be realized with a service department business development center. Open safety recalls the last several years have reached record proportions and show little signs they're going to slow down in the future. The manufacturers now aggressively are bringing the issues into safety campaign status rather than face the large fines from the government or poor press reports. And no, it's going to cost them money anyway. No matter what they do, these flaws are going to cost them money. If they don't deal with them properly, the manufacturer's image of that franchise is tarnished well into the future. A service department business development center would have the time to be proactive in contacting customers with these safety issues. Why place a costly ad in the newspaper promoting a low-cost oil change that you might lose profit on every one you perform? Now, these people that come in for a low-cost oil change, they don't want to buy anything because they believe that you've taken advantage of them. They just want the low-price oil change, and they don't care what else the car needs. They're leaving without the purchase. Instead, when you're performing recalls, you receive regular warranty rates and regular parts rates on the warranty, providing normal margins. Developing recall repairs also allows the dealership to perform multi-point inspections and recommend other needed maintenance or repairs on the vehicle at regular pricing. Customers that are in the dealership to receive those low-cost oil changes, they're not going to buy anything. The safety recall customers in the dealerships because they're concerned about being safe. And those are the customers that are more likely to purchase needed maintenance or repairs. The Business Development Center could also get involved in declined repairs. Still today, I see a lot of dealerships don't even track declined repairs, let alone do anything with what they are tracking. We just don't do a really good job with it. A Business Development Center could take the time, pull a list out of declined repairs from the DMS, and contact these people. Ask them if there's anything can be done or offer them a 10% discount if it's scheduled today. Best practice would be to share this declined repair, take the totals to the service manager and let them understand what labor operations are hitting that declined repair list regularly. They could take that and then work with the advisors on feature benefit presentations, or looking why are we not doing well with this labor operation. Your Service BDC could also get involved with special order parts. Another challenge dealerships face is that they need to properly follow up with the customers that have special order parts so they don't accumulate in the parts department uninstalled. Without proper customer contact, they get irritated and question the dealership's commitment to their customer care. BDC should use the parts department information on items received to immediately contact the customer and schedule the vehicle in for completion of the repair. They should also be constantly seeking customers about items that remain on back order so they're assured the dealership didn't forget them. If you look at every doctor and dentist that I'm aware of, that I deal with personally, they perform contacts to remind them of their appointment the next day. The reason that they do this is they understand the cost of the professional standing around and not generating revenue on a no-show. The Business Development Center for Service could have access to the DMS appointment schedule and contact the individual set for the next day arrival. They should also check with Parts Department for confirmation that the customer's items have all arrived and they're ready for installation. Wouldn't it be great to have the Business Development Center contact lost customers? See, if the dealership irritates their customers, most won't go to the management and complain about their issue. The vast majority instead just won't come back. They find another dealership to care for them. If the customer hasn't been in the dealership for 6 months or longer, the Business Development Center should contact them to determine if there are any unresolved issues. A free oil change or safety check provides another shot at getting this customer back. Without contact, they're gone forever. Could use the BDC for customer follow-up. Consistent follow-up after a customer visit, seeking information on how the vehicle repair was performed and how their experience was, should be an essential part of any dealership service program. The vast majority of dealerships, however, are not successful in performing this task at all. When are they going to have the time to do that? With all of these opportunities to use the Service Department Business Development Center to generate additional revenue, what is the downside of development? If implementing all of these procedures and the Service Department added an additional 10 cars a day with an average of $250 per repair order, that would generate an additional $2,500. If you're working 6 days a week, that would quickly total $15,000. And with 52 weeks a year, that would generate $780,000 additional revenue in parts and labor. With gross profit margins in excess of 50%, this would add over $350,000 in additional gross profit. If your service department has 2 or more advisors with a monthly repair order count of 600, you should at least consider a business development center. $250,000 here, $250,000 there. It really adds up. The real cost is if you don't consider this a valuable part of your dealership's future. Now I want to warn you, unless you're totally committed to have a professional BDC that is well-staffed and well-trained, don't even begin the thought of it. This is not an area you can pull a guy from another department that's not successful and determine their new talent is customer care in a BDC. This is not a situation where you can develop a BDC on a part-time basis. Customer care is not an 8 o'clock to noon event that you can anticipate putting your toe in the water and make it successful. An efficient business development center will take several months to develop before any benefit should be expected as a result. Even with all of these cautionary items, my view remains the Service Department Business Development Center is the future. Hope everyone is well, and I'll talk to you next week.